Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And oh my god, okay, first off, I'm really sorry I didn't get the what to wear on dates video done. Like, I know that really sucks because I was so looking forward to do it, but if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that there was like one day which I had like said I was gonna get this done, and then there was a man outside my house building a brick wall, and he was being so loud I wasn't gonna be able to talk without you guys hearing it, like being like bang bang bang, and I was like, there's nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. But anyway, so someone really, like, this is a cool idea, I totally didn't know, I didn't think of it before, said in one of the comments in one of my other videos to do a Q&A. So I thought I would do a Q&A, so I went to Instagram to ask all my followers, like, if they had any questions that they wanted to ask me, and oh my god, you guys asked some amazing questions. I screenshot them all, and I'm going to be going through and answering them. And I'm really sorry if I didn't get around to answering yours. There were so many more than I actually thought that I would get, so this is awesome. So thank you to everyone who messaged in. Okay, so let's start with Nazneen Zainal. I'm so sorry if I pronounce your names wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at things like this. So, okay, first she asked 2 questions. I like your style, going in strong. Okay, so number 1, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start as a fashion blogger, Instagram or YouTuber? Okay, so my advice would be not to limit yourself. Don't think, oh, just because, and like, don't compare yourself to others, and this kind of works like a little bit together. So I've been blogging for like 4.5 years, and I nearly didn't start because I was like, the market is so oversaturated. So don't think that just because there's so many people out there doing it, you can't do it too. And I just think another piece of advice would be yourself. Just be natural and be yourself, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to be someone else or trying to like not be something that you're not, it's a tough gig to keep up, and it's just, people will see it. People love authenticity, and they just like you being yourself, so be yourself. And the second question was, if you had to pick one item in your wardrobe and give up all items, what would it be? Oh my god. In terms of practicality, I'd probably say I'd have to keep my Burberry trench coat, because it is such... I wanted one for years. I've wanted one for years and years and years. And when I got one, I was so happy, and it's such a classic. It never goes out of like fashion. It's amazing quality, repels the rain, and also if I'm having to give up all my other items, I am going to be naked. So that will also cover my modesty too. Like, I was tempted to say my Gucci bag, but like, I'm just going to be pretty naked wearing that. Oh my god, I literally love this question. So this was from Pillar Inleet. I'm so sorry. I'll put all the names at the bottom so you can see. Do you ever get frustrated with social media? And if so, then how do you deal with it? Oh my god, I get so frustrated with social media sometimes. Like, on my blog, I have written so many pieces about social media and how it's affected my self-esteem and like my self-confidence, how it's made me feel miserable, how it's stopped me from being able to connect with other people in real life sometimes. And you know, I think social media can have an amazingly positive effect. Like, it's given me my career, so of course I do love it. I mean, I know that everything on social media isn't necessarily real. Like, we all put the best bits about our lives on there. Like, you know, I'm showing you once I got my makeup on. Like, I don't show you with my makeup off. I mean, I would, but you know, we all show the best bits of like our lives on the internet. And even though we know that other people do the same, it's really hard if that's all you're seeing of someone else's life. It's really hard to sometimes not take it with a pinch of salt, and you do think, and you're like, oh my god, my life is so crap compared to theirs, and it makes you feel inadequate, and it makes you feel crap about yourself. So yeah, I think it's really hard. So I don't spend an excessive amount of time on social media now. On Instagram, I'll go on and I'll do my Instagram stories, I'll have a laugh, and I'll reply to people's comments and messages, but I don't spend too long on the Instagram explore feed, because I usually, if I'm on it for too long, I leave feeling really inadequate and shitty about my life. I try and be mindful of how I consume social media. It's from Cubby with Love. Oh, cute name. Which was the video / blog post / photo that really propelled your career, or was it more of a steady growth? Do you have any tips for teeny tiny aspiring bloggers on how to reach a bigger audience? Okay, so it definitely was more of a slow growth. Like I said, I've been doing this for 4.5 years, but starting YouTube and doing it more and more consistently every single week has definitely done so much for my growth. And then, oh my god, and then also Lydia Millen, absolute freaking babe, who I have like literally followed since before I started my blog or anything, mentioned me in her Instagram stories quite recently and was like, oh my god, you should follow her, she's a really great writer and blah blah, and I was like, oh my god. I literally said to her, I messaged her being like, oh my god, how much is my mum paying you to do this? Like, seriously. And as for tips, I'd just say, just put yourself out there, talk to other bloggers, network, make friends, comment, like, people, you get noticed that way. Okay, this is from The Tall Blonde. Ugh, I wish I was tall and blonde. Always wondered if blogging is the only thing you do, or do you have / had another job? Also related, how come your writing is so good? Did you study in that field? Okay, cool. So, yes, I blog and do YouTube and everything full time now. I've been doing it full time since February this year. And before that, I was working at a luxury department store's online department, and I basically was a copywriter, and I wrote all the styling tips for all the clothes that were coming online, so all the Gucci pieces. And how come your writing is so good? Did you study in that field? Yes, so I've actually done 2 journalism degrees. I mean, I've always loved writing and I always wanted to be a journalist, so I did a BA degree in journalism. I did a BA degree in journalism at Cardiff University for 3 years, and then I moved straight down to London, and then I did a master's degree for 18 months at Central St Martin's in fashion journalism. Okay, so from Chichi_291, what inspired you to set up your own fashion blog? I mean, I'd always read fashion blogs. I mean, I've always read magazines and things like that, but I love blogs. I love bloggers. I like the fact that they were like more real girls. I could see people that looked a bit more like me and like had more of a relatable body shape and had these personalities rather than models in magazines. And then I was doing my dissertation on fashion bloggers, and I just thought, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'd always wanted to start one, and I just forced myself, and I was just like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And it was scary, but oh my god, obviously so worth it. Okay, and then I've got Jovanovic_Navena. Navena. Nice name. Really nice name. Okay, what is the worst tip about having a fashion blog that you ever heard? Oh my god, I literally love this question. Because everyone always asks you obviously for the best tip, like what's the best like tip you've ever been given about blogging and stuff like that. Which is obviously a really great question, but this one, the worst one, I love it. So the worst tip I've ever been given is, oh, you need to find your niche and like stick in it to like make sure that like, you know, that's the only way of really getting anywhere. It's not true. Okay, so there are so many people doing like basically covering pretty much all bases that nothing is really niche anymore. And the thing is, if you're doing niche, that means that your audience is actually going to be smaller because it's a smaller thing. Yeah, I guess you kind of got less competition, more chance of standing out, but it's still, everyone's journey is still quite similar in the way that you've got to build things up. So I think it's a rubbish excuse. I think in a way, I think it's important to probably try and bring something new to the table, not necessarily be niche. Steffi has asked, what's the best thing about breaking up? I love it. Juicy. Straight into the personal life. And the best thing about breaking up with someone is getting your emotional independence back. Like, I'm one of these people that like I get really like quite emotionally connected to people, and I find that, you know, if someone gets that someone's been quite sad and like or angry, that really impacts how I feel and how I cope. So I find that, you know, that really impacts me massively, impacts my happiness. And when you're single, you don't have to worry about that. You make your own happiness. Like you can be happy, you don't have someone making you feel rubbish. Okay, so I had some similar ones. There was ones like, where do you get your inspiration from and your style inspiration from, and how do you create your own amazing style? So these ones are the kind of similar, so I'll try and answer them in like kind of a broader way. So I just wear things that make me feel like the best version of myself. I think clothes are, I don't necessarily like look at other people and think, I'm gonna try that, I'm gonna like recreate that look. I don't ever really do that. But I just wear things that like I like, and that make me feel like, yeah, like my best version of myself. I think clothes are such an important tool for confidence. Like, you know, it's the way that you dress can just change the way that you act and the way that you see the world and the way that you present yourself. And I think that's why I've always loved like clothes and fashion so much, for that reason. Okay, next question. This is from Natalia_Kozlowska. Also, you guys have nice names. My name is so boring in comparison to yours. So anyway, how did you get so good at makeup, and how did you get into blogging? Oh, that's so nice. That's really nice. Would you rather a job that doesn't involve so much pressure on looking good? Okay, this is awesome. This is a really cool question. First of all, I don't really think I wouldn't consider myself good at makeup compared to a lot of other people on the internet. Once again, I just put stuff on my face and just hope for the best. And yeah, would you rather a job that doesn't involve so much pressure on looking good? I just love what I do so much. I never really think about the pressure of looking good and stuff like that. I don't ever really feel the pressure to look good. If I want to have a bad day and just not wear any makeup and stuff like that, like I don't feel bad because of that. So yeah, I don't think I would prefer a job with less pressure on it. Like I like taking care of my appearance. I always have been into, like, you know, dressing nicely and doing my makeup and hair and stuff. So it's good that I get to be able to have a job from doing that in a way. Okay, we've got Fizzer Right Stuff. Do you have any advice on being more confident with your appearance? I'm fine until I literally walk out the door and see that other people are so much more secure of themselves. Well, I'm constantly wondering if they can see my acne through with 4 layers of concealer. Oh my god. So this one I replied like straight away being like, oh my god, like this is so important. It actually kind of broke my heart, like massively. I'm not sure how old this person is who wrote this, but I definitely have found that I've become more confident with how I look as I got older. I had really bad skin when I was in my teenage years, and when I came off the pill, my skin got really, really bad again as well. And so I can kind of relate in a way to that, perhaps not quite as much, but I know what it's like. I mean, I once didn't leave the house for a week because my skin was so bad, and I was like, oh my god, like I just felt so rubbish about myself. And I think as I got older, I realised that, you know, life is for living, and life, you think people are looking because you're self-conscious about something, but they're not. They're not. Most occasions, they're not. And I think it's really hard to overcome this, and it happens with time. And you just got to think, you don't want to waste your, like, younger years, like, stuck inside and holding yourself back when you can be outside and, like, living it. And yeah, my advice for being, like, more confident in your appearance is learning to love yourself a bit more, giving things time. Don't beat yourself up. We're only here once, and you just don't want to waste your time. Like, you know, you should be out creating memories, and you don't want to look back when, like, you know, you're in, like, your 60s and be like, ah, damn, like, I should have done this, and, you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. So okay, so Freckled Follies has asked me, what is the single scene like in London? Oh, it's weird. There are so many people in London. Like, I had this idea when I first moved here. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing. There's going to be, like, guys everywhere. You have that, like, exchange of glances on the tube, and you're like, oh my god, this handsome man is going to ask me for my number, and we're going to go on a date, and it's going to be great, and we're going to get married. And yeah, it never happens like that. Like, no one talks, especially not on the tube. You'll find more often than not you'll probably be in a bar, and you will be, like, just staring at each other, and until, like, you know, eventually one person leaves. That's how it is. So yeah, the dating scene is fun though. It's a lot more non-committal, I would say. I think that people, there's a lot of game playing. People don't want to get too attached because everyone is looking for the next best thing. Okay, this is from Salon Bowman. Not sure that's like S. Alan Bowman. So Salon Bowman. Sound like I'm calling out registered, don't I? Okay, I admire how carefree and passionate you are about life. Yes. Thanks. Have you always been this way? If not, what made you stop caring what other people think? Okay, so I do totally care what other people think, by the way. Like, not as much as I used to. I think it's because, you know what, my most recent ex, like, he was really good at making me see things, like, put things in perspective. Like, he really, like, he didn't really care what other people thought, and he used to be like, why do you care? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what, as soon as you, like, learn that, like, you know, like, to stop caring about what other people think, you'll be so much happier with your life. And it's true. I think it's another thing that you get more as you get a little bit older and more self-assured and get a bit more confident. So, and I think being positive as well. I'm a really happy, positive person. Like, I'm just enthusiastic. I get excited. I'm one of these people that, like, you know, I just like having fun. I just love life. I love life. Okay, this is from Humor. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. I'm so sorry. Any tips for getting through uni/college? I'm starting college at the end of September and will be studying journalism. Ah, go you. That's really awesome. Oh my god, I miss uni so much. Uni was the best years of my life. I'd say learn to create the balance of social life and studying. Your parents will always tell you that you're doing too much socialising, like they always will, but your social life is just as important, like making your memories and making those friendships, like it's so important. I've got two main groups of friends in real life. I've got my college friends who I'm still close with, and a lot of them live in London now too, and I've got my uni friends, and most of them live in the same area of London that I do. And I think, so yeah, I think these are the people that will ground you, and you pick the right kind of friends, they will propel you, and they will inspire you, and they will help create memories with you, and they will help get you to stick around in the library and test you on things. And yeah, so you know, it's all about the experience. I would say don't lose your head. I'm quite bad, to be honest. I leave everything to the last minute. I was one of those people that would be finishing an essay the night before, but I've got other friends who, they don't work like that. They are planners and they get things done beforehand. So find a method that works for you. I perform really well under pressure, so that's the method that I've always gone with. So yeah, it's just about finding what works for you. Okay, Hani Ha. Hani Ha. Probably not how you pronounce it, is it? Sorry, again. Do you find it hard committing to relationships with having a career in YouTube and blogging? You know what, I didn't. I was with my ex for a year, and before that I didn't find it, and that's probably like difficult, because I think that's because I was just doing it as a little bit of a hobby and a side thing. But yeah, like now I do. I like right now I totally do not have the time for a relationship, and you know, this job is one of the reasons why my relationship with my ex did fall apart, because he said that he wanted to be my #1 priority, and I'm like first of all, like, I'm a woman, I'm in my 20s, I am like, you know, doing this for a living, I'm self-employed, this job is going to be my #1 priority, like it has to be, like it's, you know, it's not the 1950s. Yeah, it does make it hard. Like I can see it becoming something that becomes harder and harder for me as like things grow, but that's at the same time, it's like that's just not right for you. Like the right person will come along and be totally respectful, and it won't feel like they're eating into my time, and it won't make like making that commitment seem like a chore. It will seem like a really good thing. Oh my god, this question was a great one. It was just really funny one. So this is from Naomi Olympia. What Harry Potter house are you? Okay, so I actually took 2 quizzes. I took the official Pottermore one, and I took the BuzzFeed one, which was still quite comprehensive. And so the Pottermore one said that I was Ravenclaw, which is great because I like the house because it's full of like smart asses, and I'm like, yeah, I'm smart. And then the BuzzFeed one said I was Gryffindor. I feel like I'm probably deep down a Ravenclaw kind of gal, but with a little bit of a Gryffindor heart going on. Okay, so we got Sabrine KH1. Hey Sophie, you're amazing. You're amazing. Love your posts, blogs, videos, photos. I'd like to ask you a million questions, but let's start with something I kind of struggle with. Hee hee. I like to know how you manage your time with getting work done efficiently and not postponing it for later. Oh my god, this is kind of like what I said earlier. I don't know. I work really well under pressure. I've had to become more organised and plan more things. I think obviously when you work for yourself, you rely on yourself a lot more to get things done, but I do tend to leave things to the last minute still. And I know that's not always necessarily the best thing to do, but I know that I work well under pressure. It just depends. I think structuring and planning, and I think getting like a diary. I have a Filofax, it's so old school. I have one of those, and I have like a weekly planner on my desk as well, like listed with all the days and everything that I'm doing that day, everything I need to achieve. And I also have another notepad which is like a checklist, a day-by-day checklist. So I've got like 3 things on the go, and I prefer writing things down like actually on paper. It helps keep things more organized and like actually more ingrained in my head than actually having it on my phone. Okay, so this one is from Fliss Dudley. Since you just went through a breakup, what is the best piece of advice you would give someone to help them get over heartbreak? Tough one. I'd say like, it's really hard because I wasn't, this breakup definitely, I wasn't heartbroken. I was upset at first and confused and like, what the hell? Like, it's a big thing to kind of get over having someone that you speak to every single day and who's like your best friend, to, you know, not having them. It's kind of like it sounds horrible, but it's almost like they've died. But time heals all wounds. I know that's what no one ever wants to hear. And that was the worst thing, because I remember when I actually was like really heartbroken when I was 18. Oh my god, that was awful. I lost so much weight and I was so sad, and I remember like, you know, crying like every night. It was the worst thing ever, and nothing could fix me. But it was the thing, it's time. And also One thing that does kind of help as well is making like a cons list about them. So write down all the things that you don't like about them, and then just pin it like somewhere that you look like on your mirror every day. So I mean, that really helps. Like that will massively help a lot too. Like, I don't know, maybe it was the way that like he lied to you about really pointless little things, or maybe it was the way that like when, you know, you were kind of getting it on, he used to like basically put your whole ear in his mouth and like stuff. Like, I don't know, like weird things like that, like things that you didn't like, that you know you never really wanted to be like, hey babe, like look, I really don't like this about you. Put them on the list. Make a cons list. Oh, another one. So this is from Aorists. What's your favourite thing about living where you do? Oh my god, I live in like in London, in southwest London, and I love love the fact that I'm really close to the tube, so I can get on. It's like 20 minutes door to door from my place to Topshop and Oxford Circus, so that's always a winner. And I love London so much. I love the fact that in the city you feel like you can do anything and be anything any time of the day. It can be quite an isolating city in a way, because there's a lot of people here, and you can feel kind of like cut off sometimes, but I don't really feel like that. I feel like you're never really alone. So I love it. I love the fact that the possibilities are endless here, and it's just, London has my heart for that reason. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching my Q&A. I'm so sorry if I didn't get around to answering your questions. I might do another one of these in a few weeks time, and actually maybe I might do one more about like actual like my career and like university, and you know, my actual experience in like fashion, like journalism and stuff like that. So I might like do them actually based on themes and stuff. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and make sure that you follow me on Instagram throughout the week, because I'm always uploading my Instagram stories and always like uploading more extra like fashion inspo, stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun over there. It's like being in an extra little club. So yeah, come and find me over there in the meantime, and I'll be back with another video. Later on in the week, the date video. I'll be back with what to wear and a date. Oh, actually, I might save that one because I'm moving in a couple of days. So I might do a moving in vlog. This might be the last video that you see in this room. Say goodbye, room. I'm really sorry, there's like a bowl of pasta over there. Oh my god. Okay guys. Anyway, I will catch you soon. Bye.